Tonight, as we remember and honor all the military members who died in our nation's wars, we must also remember the families left behind, especially the most vulnerable, the children, Gold Star children. 183,000 children from World War II, thousands of children from Korea, 20,000 from Vietnam. And close to 5,000 from Iraq and Afghanistan. Cameron and Bayleigh Dostie's father, Sean, deployed to Iraq in 2005. Here to share their experiences are feature film actress Stefanie Scott and popular Disney actor Jason Dolley.
I was 5 when my dad left for Iraq. He was teaching me to read and to ride a bike. Dad was always wanting to do stuff with us. He would burst through the door all full of energy and ideas about having fun, and never mind what Mom says. We'll tell her later.
When you're 8 years old, you think your dad will be there forever. That last summer, he took us to Disney World, and it was our best trip ever. The greatest part was staying up late, watching the parade on Main Street. I think Dad was even more excited about being there than us kids.
Saturdays was my day with Dad. We'd get up and he'd try to brush my hair into a ponytail. I'd never get it right. And we'd go to the mall and buy sparkly shoes, sequin flip-flops and pink glittery ballerina flats and sneakers that light up in the heels when you walk. I was wearing those the day 2 men came to the door. It was right after Christmas, Dad's favorite holiday. He'd only been gone 3 months, but Mom must have been worried because she said, if 2 men come to the door dressed in uniforms, don't open it. And so when we saw them through the window, we didn't. Instead, we screamed. Mom came running and started to cry and wouldn't open the door either. The 3 of us just sat on the bottom stair, huddled together in a tight ball of misery, trying to comfort each other. But she had to let him in, and they told us. At first, I thought they'd made a mistake. It's another soldier named Sean. They got the name wrong. He's going to come home to us, Cameron.
And I told you no, Bayleigh. He's gone. He's not coming back.
You were only 8 when you said that, Cameron. You sounded like an old man. Our whole world changed forever after that. I started having the worries. You know, what if other people I loved died, like Mom or Cameron or my grandparents? What if it was a continuous thing until finally I wouldn't have anyone left? I worried that it was my fault. I felt guilty that maybe I didn't tell them that I loved him enough, or if I talked to him more, I could have stopped it from happening. But the main thing I was worried about was going back to school. I remember walking into the classroom and burst into tears, and I couldn't stop crying. All I knew was that the kids in my class had 2 parents, and my father was dead.
I was feeling pretty rotten when I went back to school. I was in 3rd grade. I was teary, and my teacher asked me what was wrong. I told her my father had died. Now, she hadn't been informed, so she said, "Stop joking." I repeated it, and she said, "That's not funny, Cameron. I'm gonna have to call your mom." I said, "Go ahead." I felt more alone than ever. It was like my childhood had ended. All the playfulness and innocence was gone.
After Dad died, we started a tradition. On Christmas Eve, we'd fly down to D.C. and spend Christmas morning at his grave in Arlington Cemetery. We'd put up a wreath, and Mom would spread out a blanket, and we'd sit and talk to him. There were so many milestones we didn't get to share, like Father-Daughter Day, turning 13, seeing me off to my first prom in 9th grade, or meeting my first boyfriend, or in the future, walking me down the aisle. I used to wear his military ring, but it was such a constant reminder that he was gone that this year I stopped. Am I betraying him by not wearing it anymore? Cameron and Mom say no, but I'm not so sure. But what I am sure about is that I'm a survivor. The loss is still there, like a bruise in my heart.
I'm older now. I've been alive more years without him than with him. People say I look like him. I'm about to start college, and if there was one thing I'd like to take with me of his, it'd be his dog tags. He was wearing them when he died. They touched his skin. I don't share my feelings with people other than Mom and Bayleigh, but I did write him this letter. Dad, you're getting to be an old geezer. Life is so hard without you here. Sometimes you just sit around and act like you're here doing something hilarious, like dancing around the kitchen in nothing but your tighty-whities and knee-high socks, and it eases the excruciating pain. Then reality hits hard. I'll never talk to you again. I'll never play games with you again. I'll never wrestle around with you again. I'll never get to hug you tight and tell you how much I love you. It may not seem like I miss you on the outside, but inside, you're all that goes through my head. It's not fair that you had to go so early. I hope you watch over me and smile upon where I'm going in life. I miss you so much, Pops. I love you.
We both know that Dad was a hero. When their Humvee was hit by an IED, he sacrificed his life so that 3 of his men would live. We talk about what we'd say to him if he suddenly walked into the room. Cameron has a list a mile long, but me, I just want to be hugged.
Please welcome world-renowned tenor, Russell Watson.
Come stop your crying.